Queen's Corner. Let's get wrapped. Oh, welcome to the Q. Welcome to the Queen's Corner. We ready. We ready. We ready. We ready for you. Pressed down, shaking together, running over. We ready for you. You done made it to the Queen's Corner. Let's get it wrapped. Oh, welcome to the Q. Welcome to the Queen's Corner. Let's get it wrapped. Oh, welcome to the Q. You know what? I am so excited. Welcome to the Q. Welcome to QueenMother TV. I'm Audrey, and I just want to thank you all for joining me once again. This is episode number 2, season 2, and we're back again just to chop it up. Everything's been going on. So much has been going on. Whether it's from the internet or cable TV or mainstream channel 2 or whatever the medium is, the news is pouring in, and it is not good. It just doesn't feel good. It seems like maybe Twilight Zone-ish. You know, that's kind of like how it's been feeling. I mean, some strange going zones. I mean, they have released UFO files now. The government is now saying without any doubt that yes, they have knowledge of extraterrestrial beings or beings that are from another dimension actually inhabiting the same space. And this is something that we've often speculated, because we have often seen many things and had no explanations. I know many people who have themselves personally seen sightings in the sky, or just had the strange feeling that they were in the presence of other worldly beings. And so now it is time for us to really consider the fact that this vast universe that we inhabit, hey, we're not here by ourselves. We are not the only ones here. Let's just get real. Let's just get real and prepare ourselves, because I think that what we have been taught, it was all myth. These things were too fantastical to even really consider. And now, here we are. And really, to consider the vastness of the world that we live in. There's so much that we don't know. And so now our imaginations are being stretched. And now our eyes are really being opened. And we are being challenged mentally to consider the fact that there's more to all of this. There's more to all of this that meets the eye. We've tried to address it through religion, and we found that a lot of the religions form more questions than they have answered. A lot of the religions have developed a premise for keeping you enshrouded in mystery, so that some have knowledge, but it's not necessarily passed down. The word says the secret things belong to God, but those things that are revealed, they are given to us and to our children, so that we can pass it down and keep it for ourselves. That's where we are. We have had benefit of the word, but not always a lot of knowledge of the word, a lot of wisdom with the word. We've been taught certain things, but not given a real full in-depth understanding. And so here we are. And I think this is just a time to draw closer to get a better understanding. Draw closer to Source, to God. Draw closer to the Most High God. It is time to really delve into the mysteries, because we can only go so far. I mean, we've come so far, but there's further to go. There's so much further to go. There's so much more to be understood. And so, yes, I'm trying to prepare myself for the day and time that perhaps God will allow me to see more than what I've been seeing. You know, I really want to get to that time where I can consider the fact that I can do all the things that God has purposed me to do. And I think that's where we are now. We're coming out of the era of impossibilities into an era of I'm possible. I'm possible. All that I have dreamed of becoming, it is so possible. And there's nothing that I can conceive that I cannot achieve if I really, really put my mind to it. And, you know, this is the time. It's so fantastical. We even have people that aspire to be licensed and degrees to pursue their therapeutic skills or their knowledge of psychology, their understanding, but maybe they didn't go the route that traditionally you go. You go to school, you get the degrees, and you have your peers to affirm you, and all of these steps have to be taken before you have clear ability to actually operate in that field. But you can certainly aspire to it. You can certainly take all the necessary steps and begin to walk in it. And sometimes we run into situations where we identify so strongly with the role or with the position that maybe we haven't taken the necessary steps to get to that place. We kind of skipped over a few steps, but in our minds, we are already there. In our minds, we're now feeling like we can be recognized because we identify so strongly with that role, because we identify so strongly with that position, because we identify with it. We come to believe we are. And dare anyone to question our ability to operate fully and to function in that belief. This is a time where if you can conceive it, you can certainly be it. And I am not going to dare tell anyone that has that firm belief within themselves that they are not what they are portraying themselves to be. Who am I to say that you're not a doctor? Who am I to say? I mean, you don't got the paperwork, but you got the skills. You ain't necessarily got the license or degree on the wall, but you have the heart, you have the grace, and you have the experience. So sometimes, you know, we have to allow people to be who they are. If you say who you are and you're walking in that realm, what am I to say? What can I say to that? Because that's between you and your God. And here we are. You know, we just have to really, 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 really be true to the person that's inside of us. I'm believing that I'm somebody greater than what perhaps society has deemed me as. I'm believing that I have the ability to get on here, go live, broadcast a podcast, and speak to millions. I'm speaking to millions. I have the potential to speak to millions. I have the potential right now to just open up and to share life experiences and the wisdom that has been given to me. I don't have the license or degree to go with it, but you can't tell me that I don't know what I know. You can't tell me I don't know what I know because you don't know where I've been. And you don't know the purpose that God has given me in this day, in this time. So I dare not argue with anyone about their identity or who they identify as, because we have a lot of people, they believe it and they live it. And the word says that if you can believe it, you can achieve it. Whatsoever you ask, if you believe it, you can receive it. You can achieve it. That is your word in Mark 11:24. And so right now, I'm challenging myself to not be so rigid in my thinking Because there are people, many people, that are seemingly in low degrees in life, but they should be in a higher station. They should be in a higher degree. They should be walking as princes and as kings, but perhaps we see them in a lowly station in the physical. In our eyes, we don't perceive them as God is perceiving them. But things are not as they seem. And there are some people that we have elected, of course, to the highest offices of the land who certainly don't demonstrate the skills, the qualifications, or the education. And here they are in the highest offices of the land. Some strange things going on. It's some strange things. But I say that we just got to keep living. We just got to keep living, because we're going to see some things. We have, put all of our hopes in people. And we find out people are just people, Though none of us have the answers, none of us have the answers. It's spring. It's time for the home makeovers, remodeling projects. Call Gary. Sledge Brothers Home Improvements, making the impossible possible. Call Gary today for a free home estimate. And I'm telling you, it takes me a long time to get myself together to come on here. It takes a long time. I done tweezed at least 50 chin hairs, okay? Because ain't nothing like being under the glaring light. And then all of a sudden you begin to see all those imperfections, and you be like, Lord, what is this? And I don't know if it's vanity. Perhaps it is vanity, because, as a woman, and especially a black woman, we not going to be out here any old kind of way. We're going to have our I's dotted and our T's crossed as best we can. But I'm trying to get to that place in life for real, where I don't sweat the small stuff. I'm trying to get to that place in life where I don't sweat it. Because there's the little things. They say it's the little foxes that spoil the vine. It's the little things that we just allow to get under our skin, the things that will stop us dead cold in our tracks to keep us from moving forward and whatever. I mean, can have the most made up mind. I can have the most made up mind. I know what I want to do and how I want to do it. But let one thing be out of place and the whole thing gets scrapped. Let one little detail be out of whack, and I ain't gonna do it. I can't do it today. I just can't do it. It just gotta be laid, gotta be slayed, brows gotta be laid. It's too much. It's too much. And your dreams will die in the hands of procrastination. Your dreams will wither up and die, because no matter what you call it, at the end of the day, it is another form of procrastination. And procrastination is when you decide that something else has more priority than the issue or the project that is demanding your attention. Procrastination is when you says, well, I'm going to take care of this over here. Before I could do this, I got to do this. That's procrastination. Before I can do this, I got to do that. Well, we already know that you have to prioritize in order to be successful in anything you put your mind to doing. You're going to have to prioritize the steps leading up to that. You're going to have to get the logistics of whatever project or whatever goal it is that you have in mind. In your mind, you got to logistically break that down. You can't just jump up one day and says, I'm going to be a brain surgeon, or I'm going to teach aerodynamics, or whatever it is. I have got to get the knowledge and the experience. I can't just identify as an astronaut. I've got to take some classes, and I got to get some kind of formal instruction and go through the necessary coursework and the disciplines in order to attain that. But once I'm there, I'm not going to let the little bitty things that I haven't done stop me from walking in it. I can't allow these little things now to deter me. These are distractions, and there's a lot of distracting going on. There's a lot of things going on around us that will just keep us in a state of stuckness. I mean, there's a lot of things that perhaps we dreamt about doing, or places we want to go, or people we want to meet. But now, for some reason, there's a lot of things that can stop that from happening. And so you just sit there and you say, well, I was going to do it, but then this happened. I was going, and then the war happened. I was going to travel over there, but the economy and the gas went up. And we're going to have 1,000,001 reasons always for why it's best to wait. But I'm challenging myself, and I'm going to put it out there now. I'm just going to put it out there. It is time for us to get about the business of becoming the people that we have been purposed and destined to be. It is time, regardless of what's going on, regardless of who's going to do it with you, or regardless of the plans that you previously put in place. If that fell through, now it's time to construct a whole new plan. It's time to be about the business of becoming. It is time, because how much time do you think you have? I mean, really. How many lives do you think you have to live before you start really walking in your purpose? And perhaps you say, well, if people had been better to me, you know, people did me wrong. I hear that a lot. And for what it's worth, even the people that challenged you, even the people that brought you to your knees in tears, had a purpose. I'm looking back now, and I'm seeing some of my adversaries back in the day. Some of the ones that challenged me, some of the ones that really butted heads with me, went up against me, they only pushed me to my purpose. They pushed me into a place where I had to do or die. Those situations challenged me so that to this day now, I want to go and say thank you. I want to say thank you. Even though it didn't feel good then, I'm telling you, you go through situations, but it is a test to bring you into a more knowledge, more wisdom, more understanding. It reflects on us, how we go through situations. It reflects on where we are, how prepared we are mentally, how mature we are, how knowledgeable we are, how forgiving we are, and sometimes how unwilling we are to even look at the fact that it could be us. The hardest thing for me to ever do was to look at myself and say, you are 99 and 9/10 of the problem. You are 99 and 9/10% of your own problems. Now, I don't know where I was when that thought hit me, but it was like a ton of bricks. I truly wasn't ready for that one. I wasn't ready. It was everybody else's fault. Why? I wasn't doing what I should have been doing or could have been doing. I had every person in my mind. I could see them and how they stood in my way and how they tried to change things that I wanted so much to do. When God turned around and showed me, says, well, look, these people are positioned in your life to show you. You. And it's always at the end of the day, you're going to have to say, how bad do you want it? I mean, do you want it bad enough to be able to walk in it, even if you ain't got a degree? Do you want it bad enough to walk in it and teach it, even if nobody is willing to accept your call but you? Are you willing to withstand all your naysayers and your haters that say, you know what, I knew them way back then, and ain't no way they're now being used for this, because I knew their mama, I know their daddy, I know their brother, and I know ain't none of them never been nothing. So you cannot allow people that know or think they know a little bit about you to define your purpose or define how God is going to further your purpose or even utilize you. But for sure, they are there to show you a marker of where you are, to show you a marker of how much further you have to go, and to show you how bad do you want it. You gonna let this person sit here and woof you like that? Are you gonna let this person set the bar for you as to how far you can go? Now this person is determining your future, and this is where we are. If you gonna be about it, be about it. If it's your calling, walk in it. Because it wasn't a conference call. It's a calling. It's personal. And what each of us have been given is an assignment for a specific time, for a set time, for an appointed time. We cannot wait for validation or confirmation. I mean, surely it's good if you get it. It's good if you get it. If you get somebody that can say, hey, I see you're on the right path and you're doing great things and you're one day going to do this, that's a great way to start. But oftentimes people can see something in us that we don't even see in ourselves. A lot of times they'll foretell and give a prophecy early on in life as a child. And you is doing everything but that. You're doing everything in total opposition to the prophecy. It hasn't come into alignment. But this is a time now we're coming into full alignment with everything that has been spoken over our lives and everything that God has purposed for our life. Now is that time to seize the moment. Carpe diem, seize the moment and take full charge of it, no matter who believes it. Because sometimes a person that doesn't want you to achieve a level higher than where they see you going, sometimes they will not affirm you deliberately in the hopes that it will keep you into a place where they can always have access to you. So you have to know what you know. And it has to come from somewhere deep down inside. Somewhere deep down inside, you have to know that you were called for more than this. There is something more than this. There is more to life than this. And I pray that each and every one of us will get to that place where we find out our true purpose. Because it's not just about chasing a dollar. It can't just be about the money. Because you always have money. It's what you do with the money. Money is currency, but it is not the only form of currency. It is used to make transactions. We use that in society to complete our transactions. But certainly, you can't build a life with that as your sole aspiration to make money, to chase a dollar. Your life, hopefully, is going to be more purposeful than that. Take the money and build a better life. Take the money, build a foundation for your family. Take the money and help someone that's struggling along the way. Take the money and build a better world. It can't just be about the money, hoarding the money, or blinging with the money, or buying with the money, whatever it is. Make it purposeful, make it useful. Then God will put his stamp of approval on it, and then can't nobody change it. I'm trying to get to the purpose. The real purpose in life is to serve. The real purpose in life is to be like the sun, to shine. And when you're shining, then you're nurturing. When you're shining, then you're allowing life to grow. That's the goal. Not to be overwhelmed with what we see in the news, not to be competing with our sisters and our brothers or trying to attain a level of life that we cannot sustain. To have all the material comforts and then can't sleep in the bed that we bought. Can't sleep at night in the house that we're paying the mortgage on. Or we can't even enjoy the food that we're paying so much to put in our homes because of stress, because of anxiety, because of worry. That this is a time to come into alignment and know that whatever it is that you conceive in your mind, whatever it is that you believe you really can achieve, if you believe. If you believe it. Can't nobody tell you nothing. If you believe it in your mind, you can be it. You can be a doctor. You can go to school and be a doctor. Or you can just doctor. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Y'all make sure y'all like, subscribe, and follow your girl.
Queen Mother, Queen Mother.